Sorry, I'll just explain it to you. I'll give you just an overview, and then you'll understand why this is not going to really...
You can give me the explanation and the overview. It's just the way the Ottawa Police works, and,
Yep.
and with any type of report, no matter how complex it is, we do statements from the public, so I see that you have it written out.
Well, here,
if you want to just point form it, you can as well.
I can't point form it. There's over 200 people involved in this crime ring.
Okay.
Over 200. So just have a look. So I drew a picture to make it easier to show who's involved. It includes several OPS officers, about a dozen judges, 6 Crown prosecutors, Children's Aid Society, principals in the Ottawa School Board, Elizabeth Fry, multiple...
You have access to this information how?
I've been dragged through the underbelly of Ontario since 2013.
Okay, but how would you have, do you have statements from all the victims, and how would you have any of all this information?
My children and I are the one of this group's victims.
So the Ottawa Police would take a report from yourself or your children, whatever they want known. As for third-party reports, it's not something we would take today.
No. This is not a third-party report. I'm whistleblowing on a crime ring, and I spoke to an officer last week on what I should do, and he said, "Come on in with the list of the perpetrators, with the information."
This is just a little too general and broad. We can definitely. The report needs to start somewhere. So if you want to file a report about yourself and your experiences as a victim, you definitely can, so that you can write down as a statement.
It's too complex to put in a form. That's why I would like to leave it. Now, he told me that once
it doesn't work like that.
Well, that's what he said. He said, if I come down and I fill out a form and then I link it to some evidence, then it will go off to an investigator.
So I've asked you to complete the form.
Yeah, but I want to provide, the investigator is not going to investigate it if all I have to do is put a little summary.
It's our legal requirement to investigate all reports.
None of my reports have ever been investigated since 2015.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you today, if you were to file a report with me, I'd be putting it into our system. This would then be passed on to investigators, and it is their legal requirement to investigate. So I wouldn't be taking this from you today. It's too broad, like I said, and the information in it wouldn't have to do with what
It's very specific. In fact, it also includes a section with a link to the Dropbox account that has all of the evidence in it.
Yeah, so like I said, if an investigator wants that at a later time, he could get that from you.
Well, the problem is, since the perpetrators commit crime daily, like we're talking about crooked cops, crooked Crown prosecutors, crooked judges, the CAS.
I'm just going to stop you there. If you're this passionate about it and you want the police to investigate, you're going to have to participate in what I'm asking you to do.
Yeah, and I will.
So right now, what I'm asking of you is if you want to file a report, it'll be in regards to your experiences and yourself as a victim. Once that is generated and started, if you want to add follow-up to say that your experiences are linked to what you believe to be a ring of the same types of crimes, this can be added to this report. But everything needs to start and end.
Yeah, I know.
We need to start with you.
Okay, so
right
I'll do that.
No, right now, this binder, unfortunately, you're just going to have to put that and all of this in your mind aside, and we need to start from yourself as a victim. You said that you got all this information from your experience, so you need to file a report about your experience.
No, ma'am, can I just stop you there? Yeah. This is not my first time here.
I don't doubt that it's
And the last time I was here, I was told that an investigator would call me.
Okay. But
Andrew, can I just finish? Andrew Reeser, instead of forwarded it to an investigator, he lied in the police report and closed the file.
Okay.
So
I can't speak for other officers. I can't see why they closed things, what their reports were. I can only do what you're putting in my work. If you want to file a report today, I'll take one from you, but I can't change the experiences you've had in the past.
Okay, I will. It's just like I said, last time I was here, when he put in his report was that I didn't provide any evidence, which I did, and he took it He took the evidence and said, oh, she provided some of it, not all of it. And so now you're telling me that you cannot take any evidence. Now, this is only a sample. I mean, I've got about 15 3-inch binders of evidence. So I only brought a little tag.
Name, ma'am?
Deirdre Moore.
Your date of birth?
September 28, 1965.
September 28th, you said, sorry?
1965.
No, so we definitely have a lot of reports from you. There's things that have...
And not one of them has ever been investigated. Not one. Not even sexual assault.
With our mental health unit, ma'am?
I'm not bipolar. I'm not. I know it's on your files.
I didn't ask that question.
Oh yeah, I've had multiple nervous breakdowns. They're part of the group. If you look over here.
No, I'm not asking you that. My question to you, ma'am, was
psychiatrist.
have you ever been connected with our mental health unit?
I don't think I've been connected with your mental health unit.
Okay. So what you can do, ma'am, is you can start writing down whatever it is you want known. We don't take duplicate reports. Let's see here. When was the last time you were here?
It would have been November. October, November 2019. I mean, I could give you a link. You could just go on my website, I suppose. I'm suing Ottawa Police for over $13 million at the moment for negligent investigation since 2013. You go on my Twitter account, sending love letters to Chief Slowly for the past 24 hours. That was sarcasm.
Yeah, so like I said, if you want to start writing down where, what your abuse was and where this stemmed off and where you noticed that this was ongoing other places.
I will do my best to summarize.
Sure, that's all you can do.
On one piece of paper.
You can have more than one.
I'm not sitting here wasting my time rewriting it out when it's already written in this book that I could link to, because that's the advice I got. You're preventing me from linking.
It's not evidence. These are personal theories that you have. So
no, it's not a personal theory.
Yeah.
No, see, it isn't. See, here's my description of one of the Ottawa Pipeline. Here's my description of the Ottawa Ticket. It's not a theory, it's fact. Here's the link to international human trafficking. Here are 3 factums that have been...
These are all documents you found online? It's all
No, they're not documents I found online. This is like my testimony. So you want a police complaint, you want me to file a police report on a crime ring that involves 200 people that I know of? And you want me to write it down on these forms when I'm telling you I've already prepared this binder which summarizes it. It links to the evidence, which proves my allegations are true, and it even has a draft list of perpetrators by the crime they've committed, which I was advised to do to give the
Where did you get all this information? Where did you obtain all these names and all these...
I've lived through this nightmare since 2013.
But if they were... You're saying these are the list of the people and what they were charged with...
No, they weren't charged yet. They need to be charged.
But how all these people were... These are people that committed crimes against yourself or...
Correct. Me. And likely, I'm not the only victim of this syndicate.
Okay, so that's what I need you to put down on that paper. That you were victim of crimes and what these crimes were. You need to put that down on a statement.
And you're refusing to give the investigator any more idea other than what I write down on this piece of paper. Well, that's a very foolish process. Very foolish. Because all it is wasting time, and these guys are committing these crimes daily. I guarantee it. And so this form is going to get shoved in a pile.
You're being extremely difficult.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying this deserves priority.
All right. I understand you feel that way, but I'm...
Yeah, because the cops and the Crown prosecutors are targeting innocent people daily. I've met them. I've already served 100 days despite not being found guilty of anything. I've met all of this crime ring's victims in jail already. I mean, I'm sorry that you do not have any authority whatsoever to make an exception based on the information I've just provided for you. That's my apologies. Now I'm gonna fill out this little form. And here's the binder I was trying to give them. I'm gonna do this with a mask, so it's a drag. So that's the illustration of the crime ring to help someone wrap their heads around it. And then I even brought little tabs so we could have a chit chat about all of the evidence that I submitting. Apparently not. I brought a screen grab of the Ottawa Pipeline, which does have links to some of the organizations that are involved. And also my little overview of the Ottawa Ticket and just a couple of the individuals that are involved. Alex Curie, Wade Smith, Tracy Young, whatever. And then I brought information that shows it's linked to human trafficking, because there's no reason Manresa Spirituality Center or half of these locations and different countries downloading stuff off my site. Now we know where they are, and then we know how one of their communication strategies is through IPS addresses. How they form their cells and roll it all up. And I got onto I used to call the conference calls because they all call at the exact same time. Or sorry, they all hit my site at the exact same time. And then you watch it roll up. Different levels. So then I brought my Factum against Kiska for like a whole lot of things. You gotta change the support. You owes me like $500,000 in retroactive support and occupational rent. A bunch of stuff in there. So yeah, 10-page Factum. And of course it links to evidence. And then I brought this other Factum. This is I'm seeking permission to bring in fresh evidence because the summary judgment motion was so fixed while having me arrested so that I couldn't prepare for it. And then I lose it. And then that's my appeal against CAS. That's a bit longer. 30 pages. Of course, this all has a link to exhibits, which are about 12 binders, 3-inch binders. So I provided the Dropbox link so that they could show I wasn't making it all up. Excuse me, being mentally ill like that one just did. And then this is my work in progress list of the perpetrators, which is online. At least I got it started. There's a lot I want to do on that. I need to bring those headings over. It's a good day. And then, so someone else, GSI Ben got me to write out my life. He goes, tell me your life story. I go, what? This is a lawyer I was trying to hire. Anyway, so it was already done. I did this in March. All I had to do was add 2 little bullet points at the end. It's just basically that. So it's super funny because all the information is kind of here. There's really not much more. Could not have brought it in a more concise fashion, so. Okay. Too slowly? Your process sucks. Oops. I get stopped by the gatekeepers. I have been stopped by the gatekeepers for a long time.